So yummy.
We're just filling time.
All right. So who's getting the gold star today? First one to join us live. All right. Who we got? Who we got? I see somebody. Identify yourself. Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone. Hello, all two of you. Oh, it's Colleen. Yay.
Yay, our special person.
Hello, hello. Greetings. And Robin, hi. Oh, Bobby, sorry. Do you see I have old eyes? I have to get up here like this so I can use my my bifocal. Oh my gosh, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Hello from Cincinnati. Hi, Pat. Hi, Anna from Brazil. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's awesome. What time is it in Brazil?
Well, they're Central Time, I think.
Are they? It's oh, because
South
it's
America.
down,
Yeah,
right,
I think it's Central Time.
Oh my gosh, people are jumping on Fast and Furious. Hello, everybody. We just, once again, we thought, you know, it's been a while. There's been a lot happening around here. So we just thought we would come on live this afternoon since we were all here.
Just be truthful.
What?
We're here to show off Samson's new haircut. I mean, that's really. Sammy got a new haircut. Yes, he's all macho man dog now. Yes.
So yeah, there's been just a lot going on here. We thought we'd just kind of jump on and just give you a status update, basically. Like, what have we been up to? So I did, of course, make my little list.
Little.
Well, it is two-sided. No, it's only a page and a half. So I thought I'd just kind of give you a rundown of what's been happening in our world just in a week's time. So we just finished up probably one of the busiest weeks like in a long time, a very long time. So it started out with, started out a week ago today. I think it was a week ago today. I was doing something here and all of a sudden Paul came in kind of unannounced and he's like, finish up what you're doing. I want to show you the car. And I'm like, the car? So
you knew I was looking at cars.
So Paul's ride that he had for a while was kind of going south to the point like, do we put money into it or do we just get a new car? Well, we're going out on a new owner machine install next month, and we just thought we cannot take a car that's having troubles that far on the road.
It was a good excuse.
Yeah, so Paul got MK Quilt's got a new ride because we bought it under the business. And what did you name it, Paul?
Well, it's Samson's Chariot because, of course, Samson is the star, and he needs to be driven around in his own chariot. And, yes, he's always attached. He's like, are you going to participate in this dog?
You should see. I'm kind of telling you, and if there's any of you out there that aren't really going to be happy with what I'm about to say, I apologize. But we are kind of the dog owner family that he does ride around on with his head out the window on Paul's arm. And it's so cute when you see them go by and Samson is just hanging out the window.
Absolutely no testosterone left in this body whatsoever.
Oh, these two, I just love them so much. So that all happened last weekend, and then Monday hit, and it has been a whirlwind this week. So Monday night, I had a live Q&A webinar. Okay, so many of you who are watching know about this because I do that over in my MK Quilts University site, and that is all free for members. So these webinars, you guys, have been really super fun for me because basically I allow people to shoot me questions ahead of time, and then I get people, sometimes up to 30, 40 people at a time, and they're just live with me watching me work through real life issues that happen in your studio. Okay, so you might want to check out the university site for that. I try to hold them twice a month.
And we post them within a couple days so
Yep.
that they can be reviewed by anyone?
Yep, but again, those are for members over on the university site. But we've had some really, really good questions that were submitted, and it's just fun for me to do that. Okay, so that was Monday. Then Tuesday, I had the bright idea of having 2 webinars this week. So Tuesday, I did a webinar over on MK Quilts University for, it was a whole cloth class using Pro Stitcher Designer. Okay, so I am forcing myself to learn Designer. And I don't know everything about everything yet. I mean, I never know everything about everything. But I am forcing myself to learn that program, and it's been a lot of fun. So Tuesday night, I had like over 40 people, 48 I think at one point, live with me for an hour and 40 minutes. As we learned Designer together, and we did a real simple little whole cloth layout, all with free designs. And so I'm planning to do a bit more of that as I push myself to learn Designer. It was really fun. And I've already kind of been planning another one of those. So you guys, here's the deal. My training has transitioned over the last couple of years, clearly. I did so much traveling last year than this year. We transitioned into this university site, and then COVID hit, and it's really been really a lifesaver for us, and it's been so much fun for me. I mean, I did enjoy the travel, but I have enjoyed being home. I really have, and working on content for the university site. So, you know, a lot of things just have happened in the world where classes have been canceled and this, that, and the other thing. Well, on the university, you can just sit in, you know, the comfort of your own home and just take classes. And so please check that out. But that was all Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, I had my first, actually, let me back up to Monday. Monday was exciting here in the shop because we had our first very small group of 6 ladies only Quilt of Valor group here in the shop, and they hadn't been here since February. So really nice to have our community kind of coming back to the shop. All right, Wednesday I had in shop training with 2 of my local owners. They reached out to me and said, you know, we've got a couple, 2 or 3, 4 quilts that we really are kind of stumped on. We really feel like we could use some extra training. Could we come? We'll stay distanced, and we'll wear masks if you require that. And so it was just really fun for me to get back into that teaching mode. And we did sim, and we learned Designer. We did Designer stuff together. We did Pro Stitcher stuff together, obviously. But I wanted to mention that because, you know, all of you are going to feel different about traveling this year. I know I'm not even traveling until September, and, you know, Paul's already traveled some, and he felt okay with that. But if you guys are traveling and if you're coming to Florida, please reach out, because I would entertain a very small group of folks here in the shop. I've got, you know, the TV on the wall. I've got 6 really nice big, are these 6-foot or 8-foot tables? I always forget.
I think they're only 6.
So we can stay distanced, and we can just do a lot of fun stuff here in the shop. I had a super great day with my owners here on Wednesday. Okay, Thursday. Now I want to talk about Thursday because Thursday was the Red Quilt Reveal. Some of you might have been online with us. So Ellen and I, as you know, have been doing this Handy Quilter series. They called it Color Play. One of their former phenomenal studio educators who has since retired, Marie Eldridge, did these fantastic quilts. So we've been kind of going back to that series and quilting them. Ellen's been doing complete free motion and rulers. I've been doing Pro Stitcher, of course. So on Thursday we did that. It's already up and available on the university site, and that session is a free preview session. Now I'm going to give you a little heads up. I kind of turned that free session this week into a little mini class, again, on Designer. Okay, so we did a few things in simulation, talked about the red quilt, and then I transitioned it all over into Designer. So it's a free preview, you guys. All of y'all can go and watch it, all right? And you might want to jump on board with us and do some of the quilting play quilts that we've been doing. But check that out. You do have to create an account on our university site, but if you just want to hop for the free preview stuff, you don't have to put your card in, I don't think, do you?
Nope.
Okay, so free preview. Go and check that out. You'll see my teaching style and maybe learn a few things about designer just in that free preview class. All right, let's see. Today I've just been here in the studio quilting. I covered up my red quilt because it's a big surprise until it's all revealed. So I've just been in the shop quilting, and then I was catching a little bit of the Handy Quilter virtual sneak peek for their academy classes, because I was supposed to be in Salt Lake City right now attending academy, but that all didn't happen. So they did kind of this online thing. So I've been catching a bit of that here and there. I'm going to go back and watch some of that.
And I want to point out that all week Samson and I did absolutely nothing.
No, you guys. Okay, so let's talk about Paul's role in this company.
I just had to rub her nose in it a little bit there. It's like, oh, I'm so busy.
I've been really busy, but Paul has been really busy too. He's been doing some installs. He's been doing a lot of service calls. And by service, I mean people who reach out that need help with this, that, or the other thing. What kind of issues have you dealt with this week, Paul?
Well, I had a service scheduled, and then I got a call that, oh no, I've got a quilt on the frame and my needle broke. I don't know what I hit or whatever, and I need it timed. It's like, oh, new customer. It just happens to be somebody on the other side of Tampa. We made time, went out. I know she's going to be a long-term customer of ours, but that can eat several hours of a day away real quick. I'm constantly dealing with the normal, just people scheduling calls, supporting, things happen. And so we quickly realized that we're growing pretty quick and we might need to add somebody, but we'll get to that.
So let me give you a little what not to do. So Paul actually did have another service call in there where one of our owners, I'm not naming any names, but she accidentally put her seam ripper down in the front of her rail, and then she advanced with the seam ripper in there. Yeah, that was an unfortunate incident. That's what we call them, right? These unfortunate incidents. Mm-hmm. And then her machine was like way skipping stitches and da-da-da. Luckily, she's just, again, kind of over on the other side of, well, I don't want to mention names, but she's local-ish, and she brought the machine over. So just be careful about what you put and where you put it, and just, because if that happens and you only got one machine, then you're down.
Excuse me.
Okay, so Paul, you guys, I have told you so many times how much I appreciate what he does. He's been fielding all of the sales calls. We have, that's another thing we did last weekend. Was it just last weekend or was it 2 weekends ago? We did new owner online training. I'm doing another new owner online training tomorrow. It's going to be all focused on Pro Stitcher tomorrow. So this is what we do for our owners, okay? So we want to make sure that they are trained and they feel comfortable with their machines. Many of them did self-installs with Paul on Zoom calls and FaceTimes and whatever. We want to make sure that they are feeling completely comfortable with their system. So if you're an owner of mine and you're watching and you want to join us tomorrow, it's going to be real basic stuff, real basic stuff, okay? One thing that I did want to mention is that Handy Quilter has been kind of trying some new things in the midst of all of this COVID situation, and they've been having a shop at home series. Like every week they're focusing on a new product, not necessarily a new product, but focusing on a product, some sort of sales promotion for that. Okay, so what I wanted to mention about that is obviously we're at Handy Quilter retailers. If there's anything there that you would like, you can order it from us. We will honor any whatever pricing they're doing. We follow suit with that, okay? And we appreciate all your business. We've picked up some sales from that, so thank you for that. And just, we have a little bit of a heads up about what those items will be, and so we will try to just make sure that that's live, sale prices on there. You click, check out, and most of the time we can have things like that drop shipped. Hello, Sue Revere. How are you, my friend? So good to see you on.
Before you go to Glide.
Okay. Paul's like, time out, MK. I want to say something. Okay.
She had mentioned, I have a lot of things. She'll talk about Glide Thread, and I've got to update a lot of our shop site and things. But I don't think she knows that I finally did get a new product on our site, and it's more for the people that have the older systems. I've noticed that people with older systems that have the needle thumb screws on them that don't use the hex wrench sometimes don't tighten their needles tight enough, and they fall in and get jammed. So
I did see that.
You did see
Yes.
that.
So I'm watching you.
Uh-oh. Okay. So, I mean, it's a $5 item for a screw that can be replaced, but it works with the hex screwdriver as well.
I'm looking for my hex thing.
Well, there's your screwdriver right there in front of you, but that's...
Oh yeah, here it
right
is.
There. It's like a biter.
Yeah. So not all of the systems have this nice little hex tool that goes in the screw for the needle.
Yeah, it's a 2.5 millimeter hex tool.
And yeah, so we can get you these, and we can get you a new screw that goes in there. And then, you know, it's always a fine line. You want to tighten enough to keep that in there, but you don't want to over tighten and then bust the screw or bust the needle, and you know.
Well, you're going to bust the hopping foot. I mean, the needle's pretty metal. You know, you just want to make sure you don't. And then everybody's fingers, sometimes it's hard to grip, and so we just thought that'd be something we could offer. Now, the thing on that, it's free shipping, but only if you put it with some other product, because it's nothing to ship, but if we charge you $7 to ship a $3 item or what, I mean, so it's there if you want it.
So I wanted to let you know that, you know, sometimes I do things that like this past week, I busted a glide foot. Yeah, again, because I used the hex tool too hard and I cranked it down too tight and I hurt it. And there goes a glide foot, you know. So here at MK Quilts, we recommend using these very small little washers between your screw and any of the feet, the specialty feet that are plastic, okay, all the way up through the shank. So be very careful. Don't do what I do. Do what I say. Be very careful. A little washer like this can help alleviate some of that pressure. But yeah, just be careful with those feet.
Yeah, it is safe if you want to give a little tug down on your hopping foot when it's in the up position. That's a spring loaded, and I don't think you're going to pull it out of whack, but just make sure that hopping foot's on your hopping bar.
So many of you watching also took advantage when I offered the sew tights. Okay, so I've got videos on YouTube. They're also over on my university site. But I met the people who manufacture and make these magnetic sew tights when I was in California earlier this year. And we sold like a ton of them. So I'm loading my quilts now with the sew tights. No more pins, and they hold the quilt nicely in there. When you are done, they just snap right off of there. And so the makers of these small ones that I sold a ton of reached out and said, oh, we're developing some longer ones because you guys, you long armors, seem to love these things. So because we sold so many, they sent me some complimentary. I'm going to try some of these out. But these things are great, you guys. If you have not caught that video of mine, just go on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, search for Sew Tights, MK Quilts, and it's pretty darn slick. We have a few of the blue ones left, and then we're going to kind of make a decision about how many more of those we carry, but really, really cool. Okay, let's talk a little bit about glide thread. It was a big, big deal this last couple of weeks. I chattered about it a little bit in my groups, asked if you wanted us to carry glide, got overwhelming response. Yes, we would love to buy glide from you guys. And you know, that's always touching to me because I know there's a lot of places to buy a lot of things. But so many of you reach out and say, you know, we love you, we want to support you, we would love to buy glide thread from you. So we did I think we've done a couple of orders. So the first thing is, if you are waiting on your glide order, just give us a little bit more time to figure out what we need to do with one additional order this month, okay? We don't have everything in stock that Glide makes, but our first kind of initial offering was, you pick what you want and we'll order it. Now that may not be something that we can do frequently all the time going forward. So what we're gonna do we've boiled it down to, we decided to buy one of their display racks that's like, it's got 42 or 50 colors on it or something.
Yeah, I think it may, something like 42 or 48 colors across the spectrum, 4 of each, so we can put it in our thing. And we're planning on making those a little cheaper than the ones we don't carry. So if you want something quick, I will spend the extra time so that I copy their pictures and the colors so you can see what you're getting, and you can choose from the selections we've got there. And then we'll do special orders, but with the expectation that those are going to take, a couple weeks, because they have to, we have to process it, and shipping with these guys is
it's a little bit
more
more
expensive
pricey,
than what
and we want to keep it reasonable for you guys. So I talked to Teresa, my shipping manager, and we're not going to call our glide program a club, but we're kind of treating it as such, okay? So once Paul gets all those glide colors populated, we're going to ask that if you can buy those, we'll try to keep those stocked. I am certain that over time, we will whittle our way down and zero in on colors that are bought frequently and that everybody wants and da-da-da-da-da. So maybe we can add to that list, and we'll keep some really popular stuff. But if you want anything outside of that, then you're going to have to wait a little bit, and we will just order that during the month at some point and then ship at the end of the month when we do our Omni Club. And Stephanie Baker, I'm going to talk to you later, girlfriend. I haven't forgotten. And no, the color cards, we have not gotten word that the color cards are available yet. They told me personally that they were reworking them or redesigning them, or I don't know. But they're still not available. Okay, but all of their colors are on the website. Okay, so thank you for your business on that. The Magna Glide Delights are the other thing that we're kind of going to we're going to boil down and get some real basic colors in that and try to keep some of those in stock. Okay, we're keeping the Omni program going. Ellen has her first quilt loaded up that we're going to try some glide on here next week in the studio. So I'm anxious to give it another try. I had tried some probably about 4 years ago, and not that I didn't like it or whatever, I just so invested in Omni and whatnot. But, change is good, and MK needs to keep an open mind with other things too. And I've heard so much good about it. So anything else before my last item on my list?
Are we going to talk about MK Quilt's enhancements?
Yes. Okay, so let me mention then one final thing is Ruler Club. You guys, Ellen has been doing a phenomenal job for MK Quilts. I think we have 43 people who have been following along Ruler Club with her. I think she's got one ruler left, and then anybody who was in the club for the whole time is going to get a free ruler from Handy Quilter. But all of that content, again, is over on the university site. And you can, if you want to purchase anything off the university site, you can do that as a one-off class. Everything is individually priced, just like I used to do all my classes individually priced.
Don't do it.
But I'm telling you straight up, the best value is to do the monthly membership. You gain access to all of my content, all of my personal content. You get it all for a small monthly fee.
And the cancel button is there if you decide you need to cancel. You don't have to call us.
And
we're not going to make you feel guilty. We have plenty of people utilizing the site right now. We just want to make it better.
Yes, so that segues into what we wanted to talk to you a little bit about. So this is more a little bit focused towards those of you who are already on the university site, and we want to talk to you specifically about what we're have in mind to improve and enhance it.
So because Melissa has gone I can't use that term. She's really gone into making a lot of content, having a lot of webinars, and we have 40 plus very pertinent, active lessons, courses up there with videos and everything else. But we've got hundreds of people coming to the site, and they're like, where do I start? How do I find this? What do I do? So we know we need to make it easier to use, more intuitive to find things. And I posted something on the university group, and I got a lot of really great feedback. We went and looked at, we can put keywords and things on these things. We can do things that'll make it better, but more importantly, almost every one of our videos should have a description lesson up front with time marks of what's in it, so you could jump to it if you're having problems with something. You know, you can find the content quicker. You don't always have time to listen to Melissa's wonderful, in-depth, cheerful social videos. So we're even going to classify the videos beginner, intermediate, expert, and whether they're just get to the point videos or, you know, webinars.
I have had some feedback. Overwhelmingly, people like my teaching style because of my teaching style. But there are other people that want a little bit more focused chunks, short. I don't need a lot of talk. I don't need to watch your machine stitch out what you just told me about. I just need and then I can do it. And then there's the other people who are like, the more that you repeat that and I have to watch it, and then I love listening to you, and then all of a sudden it starts to make sense. I have those people as well. So I don't want to alienate anybody. I want to give you what you want in the way that you want it. Okay, so I'm trying.
So we are in the process of actually hiring a part-time individual. It's not like we've got full-time work, but so many people volunteered to be editors for these videos, to watch and review and annotate and do a lot of the work. And I realized I didn't want to do all the work that it would take to coordinate this. So we will be announcing, certainly by the end of the month, if not sooner, a new person coming on who will be coordinating with all our community volunteers, our community editors, that are going to go through and watch these videos, annotate them, review them, and it's just going to make the university so much better in the long run. So Melissa will keep teaching. I'll keep trying to keep the business together and supporting people, but we're going to have someone else coming on board who, I don't know, the dean of the university. We haven't figured out the title yet.
She's going to get a title.
We're going to come up with a title, but we really realize we need both the support of our community and some coordination to really take this training material to where it's even more useful to you out there. So.
And so for my charter members over on the university site, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I just wanted to do this teaching thing, and I've just kind of made it my own. Paul certainly has helped me. I could not have done what I have done without his expertise in his field. If you want some good laughs, you should go back to some of my early YouTube videos. But you should actually go to them because there's still a lot of really good content out there. We've obviously come to new releases and new versions of the software since I did many of those early things, but you're going to pick up things in there. And I know that I got found, if you will, on YouTube, and I've transitioned much more of my content. It's for pay. I mean, we're running a business here. This is how we support ourselves and our family, but I do want to keep it always fresh and relevant and current, and I would love to be able to offer more free things. The more that we grow and build and I have more time, maybe I can get back to some things that are offered more as free content. Okay, we'll see about that. All right, well, this week has been so crazy that I just want to shut her down and go home. So I think that's it. Oh, we forgot to mention our Forte floor model has been sold, I think, 2 or 3 times. Things happen, sales fall through. We never get upset about it. But
don't tell your landlord you're making money with a machine. That's just not a good idea.
So our Forte has about, what did we check the stitch count? 7 million or something? 7 million stitches, I think, and we just got it in the shop in January, installed it in February, so it's basically a brand new machine. And
we're already at a $1,500 savings below anything you can get, and we'll work with you to get you the table you want and get things set up. If you need installation, we can talk about that. If you need help selling your current machine, we can help with that.
Yeah.
We offer, if you're selling the machine out there, we're offering a free year's membership to the MK Quilts University. So your purchaser feels like they have somebody behind them that they can rely on. And that has really helped the sale of used machines. So
So you may think, oh, I'll just hold on to my Avante. And it's a great machine. Somebody just getting into this industry would love to have a great little rock solid, bestseller in Handy Quilters line for a very, very long time for a reason. Maybe you need to let somebody else experience that when you jump into something, bigger and better and more functionality.
24 inches of throat space.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, I think that's all we got for you today.
Do you have anything to say, Samson? Do you have anything to say at all? Do you want to go outside?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not
all right.
here.
Well, that's our cue that we're done. Thank you so much for joining us. Check out the university site. For sure, that free content from me from my webinar this week. Just head on over to university.mkquilts.com. The shop at home product this week, I'm not sure if any of y'all in this realm would be interested, but we repost this elsewhere. The little buddy system that goes on the little foot frame was what they were highlighting this week. Okay, so check out our website, university website. Of course, just keep plugged in with MK. Thank you so much for being a follower. Thanks for all of your business. And from all of us in our studio to you, happy quilting and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.